This is Umar for BoxNation, and Daniel Dubois' camp for Oleksandr Usyk in July at Wembley Stadium is going to be underway very soon. Daniel, it's here, the fight you've so badly wanted. I can actually see when I look behind me, Wembley Stadium, where you had a magnificent outing last time, and the Lions hoping to roar again.
Well, for sure, definitely back in the lines then, and looking forward to coming out victorious and with all the belts.
Daniel, I know last time for the Joshua fight, you actually looked at Wembley Stadium during your camp when you came here and visualised what was going to happen. Are you going to do the same for Usyk?
100%. No, there's no other way this is gonna end. I'm gonna come out with all the belts. I'm ready for him, and I'm really hungry. This time it's gonna be a bloodbath, and I'm gonna just, go to work, demolition.
Daniel, it is the first time in the full belt era that we're going to get an undisputed title fight at heavyweight on British shores. Frank's delivered you this fight, Frank and Queensberry, with Usyk. Just touch on that. It's a historic moment.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'm glad all the stars have aligned and it's all come together now, and I'm at the right place at the right time. So it's all about timing, and I'm glad everything's just working out for the better. And now I'm in this opportunity. I'm ready to take it with both hands.
Would you say this is the biggest fight in boxing?
Yeah, definitely. This is the biggest fight. This is revenge. This has a lot in it, but this is the biggest fight in boxing.
When you look back at the first fight with Usyk, you've improved tenfold since then. But do you believe in your heart still that you had him that night?
100%. 100%. When he went down and everything, when I watch it back, it was definitely over. But it was political and it was all of that stuff going on with the war and everything. So, this time I'm not gonna leave no stone unturned. No chance for any questions or anything. I want to nail him to the canvas and do it properly this time.
He's swelling after, just starting to close a bit.
No, it wasn't.
When I show you that, what goes through your head?
Yeah, it's just I got to do it right. I got to put him to sleep properly. I got to finish him off. I just got to finish him off, put him to sleep, make sure that the crowd was entertained last time. This time it's going to be proper war.
And the fact it's in front of your people, 80, 90,000 people, how many are there going to be?
Yeah.
Who saw you put on that destruction against Anthony Joshua last time?
Yeah.
I mean, it was in his back turf last time, but you come into the Lions Den this time in Daniel's home patch.
Yeah.
How much of an advantage is that, Daniel?
Big time. It's big time. The Wes, it's just, this is the proper ground I should be fighting. The fight of this magnitude should be here in England at Wembley Stadium. So I can't wait to put on a show and, like I said, give you guys a bloodbath and, just tear him up, put him to sleep and end all of that. Just get all the belts now. Get all the belts.
Is it a pretty obvious thing to say that you're going to target his body again?
I'm going to hit anything I can. I'm going to hit anything. I'm not just on a body shot or anything. I'm just going to hit everything. Let loose that, what he escaped, what he got away with last time. This time he's not going to get away with it.
You've always had raw speed and power. I've seen that since your professional debut, and that's why Frank signed you and has put so much investment into you. But this new Daniel Dubois, the one that we've seen in the Miller fight, the Hrgovic fight, Joshua fight, and what Kieran and Don tell me in the camp for Joseph Parker, you was 10 times better.
I'm going to be 10 times better than that now. This new version, this new and improved guy you're going to see is going to be way, way better than that. Those fights, the AJ fights and all of that. I'm going to be trimmer, sharper, everything. Just going to be, fighting machine, and that's what I am, and I'm going to do it.
So categorically, Oleksandr Usyk, who's a great fighter, cannot take this version of Daniel Dubois' speed and power.
No way. I can't wait that till this is all properly done and announced and on the road, but no way he can take this power.
Daniel, you've lifted up that IBF belt before. Having all four of them on you. The man who did it last from Britain, of course, was Lennox Lewis, someone that you look up to.
Yeah.
If you do that, in your opinion, when you do that, how will that feel?
Perfect. That'll be just the icing on the cake. I've completed the boxing. I've completed my mission, my goals in the sport, and that'll be really. I've seen all the world champions from the past doing it, so I need to do it too.
Absolutely. Just break it down. Why'd you beat him this time?
I'm just ferocious. I'm gonna be ferocious, and I'm just a different fighter now. You guys are gonna see. It's gonna be, I'm gonna put him to sleep properly this time, and do myself justice and get them belts and get my revenge in the process.
After that fight in Poland, do you remember what he said to you in the ring? Because you had a little conversation with Usyk. What did he say?
He said, he said something like, "Yeah, this is boxing, and you know what? I'm gonna need to show him that I've taken that advice, and show him that this is it now. This is the real guy. Last time you faced me, I wasn't right. I had things going on wrong behind the scenes. So, but this time I'm ready for you."
Watching those two fights with Tyson Fury, do you think he slowed down or declined a little bit or not?
I think every fighter naturally slows down with a bit of age and the fights that he's had, those two big fights. So yeah, I think that's natural. That's natural. But I'm gonna be the one that's gonna take all the wind out of him with the shots that I'm gonna be throwing. The bombs that I'm gonna be landing on him. I can't wait.
Do you think this is the end of his career?
It will be. I'll make sure it is. But I can't. I'm just focused and 100% ready to just unleash everything on him.
Want to get a response to those that are saying it should be Joseph Parker fighting Usyk instead.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to them?
That it should be Parker. Nah. He's a. You know what? I'll go after Parker after I deal with Usyk. That's the plan for me. That's my hit list right now. So I'll go after him after.
The fact that you had such an incredible experience last time at Wembley Stadium, does that make it even more special that you've had 2 consecutive fights at Wembley, the national stadium?
Yeah, I want to see England stop for that day, and lifting the crown and lifting all the belts up. I want to see the whole world stop. This would be the biggest fight in the world, and I want all eyes on it. So yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be historic and powerful, and even this is going to be massive. So I can't wait.
Just finally, I remember that video, which was actually on BoxNation years ago when you went into the Queensbury office and you signed with Frank.
Yeah.
And Frank was saying this is going to be the next big thing, and you were just a young man then.
Yeah.
The journey that you've moved at has been very quick. The people that you've fought, Joyce, Hrgovic, Usyk, Miller, Joshua, Brian in America as well. You've done a lot quickly, to be fair, Daniel. And the journey that you've gone on with Frank, just end on that note for me, the journey you two have had together.
Massive, isn't it? It's been, all the fights, even the losses have been preparing me for this moment and this day. So from the age I started boxing, it's been preparing me for this day. From a little kid, 7 years old, this is all I know. This is in my blood. So, I'm glad I've had the best promoter in the world, guiding us through the pro ranks. And now it's time to just take over.
Well, it is going to be Wembley Stadium, Oleksandr Usyk v Daniel Dubois, Part 2 for Undisputed. I can't wait. I'm sure the boxing public can't wait either. Do you have a final message for Oleksandr Usyk?
No, not yet. I just want to put him to sleep. And get all the belts.
Daniel, appreciate your time. Have a good camp, and hopefully Wembley Stadium will roar again.
Nice one. Thanks.
Queensbury,
The biggest fights.
and the biggest nights.
Home of champions.
Home of knockouts.
There's no way back from this.
The home of the future.
And this is
The
it.
global home of boxing.
Queensbury, exclusively on design.